Hello and welcome again. We're going to take a look at a type of attraction that we really enjoy. We're heading to Canada, and specifically the largest city of Toronto in Ontario, Canada, to see Little Canada, or for French, Petite Canada. So, we're going to take a look at the different regions that they show here. It's all miniatures and allows you to see the amazing areas and regions in the vast country of Canada. I love these miniature areas. I've been to mini Europe and Belgium and other places, and it gives you a unique insight into the different countries and areas. And this one is really well done. And it has, 100 or 1,000 LED lights, tons of miniature people and things like that. And as you can see here, there's the American Falls, and really well done computers and video projection screens for there. And it's super well done. Like, you can actually see here that the Maid of the Mist from the US side, which I went to Niagara Falls, and this is absolutely accurate, is going and touring the different falls, which there you got the Canadian Horseshoe Falls here. But then you also have the town of Niagara on the Canadian side. And you can all look and see like the interesting things that are going on. Like, you got Amazing Race here, but you can also see the different cities at night as well. So you stick around and you can see and everything is working. Like, that's the US border checkpoint, the border between Canada and the US. But you can also look for Maurice the moose that you can find throughout the area, and continue on. Each one of the regions has him hidden. You can see there's cars driving with their headlights on. It's incredibly detailed. We spent quite a while there, to the point where the exhibit was closing and we hadn't quite seen it all. So definitely, if you want to really look in depth. So let's head to Toronto now. And they, once again, incredibly detailed with everything. And they also tell a little bit of history about the different areas too. So, like the Canadian Tire Company got the Scotiabank Arena there, which is their hockey, basketball, those kind of things there. And you can actually see that the Jumbotron is really working down there. So, really impressive to me. And here's in Toronto a Chinese festival. You can see with a miniature moving dragon there. And some of the famous, like you can see the Toronto School of Art there, a famous hotel as well in the background. And you can see the Sankofa Square. That is very similar to Times Square in New York, with all kinds of lights, shopping, and things of that matter. And you can even see in the mall, and there's actually Little Canada down there because it's located at the square. And that is actually the City Hall, the Toronto sign there. And you even see things like the subway system running. That's Dundas Station, which is actually very close to the park. And then you can actually see the Rogers Center, where the Toronto Blue Jays, and at the time of this, while we were there, the Toronto Blue Jays are in the playoffs. So definitely a big deal there in Toronto. And I'm actually will be rooting for them to continue going into the playoffs. But yeah, the roof closes, just extreme attention to detail in everything that they do in this. And it's a way I really like to enjoy seeing the interesting miniatures, but also learning about this vast country. It's a way that you can do a trip throughout the country in a very short time, seeing things in miniature and learning along the way what is it like around Canada. And they also have interesting projections and things like that as you go, like the Snowbirds, which is the Canadian version of like the Thunderbirds, our Blue Angels. So the Little Golden Horseshoe, we went there as well. That's on the way from Toronto down to Niagara region. And it's really known for a couple of things, and that's vineyards. That there's quite a few vineyards, and it has things about ice wine there, which is something that I didn't really know existed until I visited Canada. But you also can see the different seasons throughout the exhibit. So you got here October, so you're in the fall time. And then also I saw, there's the world's smallest IMAX. And if you've ever seen any kind of IMAX movies recently, you'll see that this is the beginning of the movies. Like when I go to AMC and CNA IMAX, it does this exact countdown. So once again, very, very accurate. So moving on to Little Ottawa, which is Ottawa's the capital city of Canada and also in the province of Ontario. So you have their Parliament building, and there's a festival going on in the atrium kind of area, the lawn right in front of it. So taking a look, continuing looking at Ottawa, that you can see that it actually has also the famous locks in their channel that freezes over during the wintertime. But this is not wintertime here. This is actually, the festival would be for Canada Day, I believe, which is in July. So taking a look at night, it's really cool the way things come out here. So I'm going to take a quick break and let you take a look at this really cool show that they do. It's a really cool show to see. So let's move on and take a look at this hotel, and you can look at the cool and different things that are going on in the rooms here. You got aliens, portals, James Bond, Wizard of Oz. So be sure and spend some time and take a look at that in Ottawa. You can also see a nice festival. So let's go to Petit Quebec. So this goes over Montreal and Quebec City. So taking a look there, you can see they even have simulated road work going on with the police and everything there. This is winter, you can definitely see, with the river partially frozen over. And we're in Quebec City here. So you can see the very famous hotel, which is the most photographed hotel in the world in Quebec City. And then you can see that there's actually a winter parade going on down there. And those little placards that are there tell you about, once again, each of the places. Like this fortress that was actually built, oddly enough, to protect Canada from the Americans that had invaded during War of 1812. But continuing on, we take a look. There's an ice sculpture back there in the distance. You can see some igloos and all kinds of different things going on. You can see people attempting to canoe across the river there, but many of them not having good luck from what it sees. And once again, the Maurice the Moose is hidden in different areas here. So let's head to the east coast of Canada, that's known for its rocky shores, fishing, and maritime culture. So of course you got beautiful lighthouses, and it's different when it's day or night there. So a lot of really interesting things to see in the east. They go over Halifax, they go over New Brunswick, and all of those kind of areas. So really, really cool place there. So taking a look, let's go to the little west coast. So we're talking about Vancouver here. So you can see the bustling city of Vancouver, and they even have a replica of the Flying Over Canada ride, and you can see them actually, the carts moving. So once again, we're in Vancouver, and also we'll be taking a look at Victoria as well, with its famous gardens, but also look at other things like you got the Amazing Race, because once again there's a lot going on. So you can see the starting line, you can see people doing a competition, you can also see a clue box in there, so check that out. But they're also expanding, like this is going to be northern Canada, and they even said that they're going to have the room cooled extra so you can feel the chill of Canada. This is an amazing place to visit, so definitely go visit it if you get the chance to go to Toronto. Highly, highly recommended place. So once again, thanks for watching. Take a look at our website, and if you're interested in going up to Toronto, contact us because we can help you out.